I hope no one catches me. This gold will give me a lot of money. Oh my God, what is happening to me?
My people, have you ever heard of someone who stole something sacred and ended up becoming the very thing they stole? This story is not ordinary. It is the story of a young woman whose desperation for money led her to steal a powerful golden idol from a village shrine. At first, her life changed for the better. Money, comfort, a new life in the city. But what she didn't know was that some things are never meant to be taken. And when you do, the price can be terrifying. So my people, grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and listen carefully. This is African Tales by Golden. But before we begin this hot gist, quickly hit the subscribe button, like this story, and share your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to tell me where you are watching from. I like to know where my people are joining from. Alright, now let the story begin. My people, come closer small. Let me tell you a story that happened in one small village where trouble used to mind its business until one young woman carried problem with her two hands. Her name was Amanda. Now, Amanda was not your normal village girl that wakes up, stretches body and starts complaining about life. No. This one carried responsibility on her head like a big basin of garri. Amanda was 25 years old, but life had already beaten her like stubborn young. 5 years earlier, sickness carried both her father and mother like passengers entering the last bus of the night. Just like that, poof, Amanda and her younger sister were alone in this big world. The younger sister, Glory, was only 16, small girl with big dreams. Before their mother died, she held Amanda's hand one evening. Her voice was weak like battery wey don nearly finish. "My daughter, promise me something." Amanda nodded quickly. "Anything, Mama." "Take care of Glory. Make sure she goes to school. That girl must not suffer like us." Amanda squeezed her mother's hand and said the words that later became the heaviest promise of her life. "I promise, Mama." And just like that, their mother closed her eyes. Since that day, Amanda became sister, mother, father, and village champion of suffering all at once. Every morning, before the cock even cleared his throat to crow, Amanda was already outside. Some days she worked on people's farms, other days she carried heavy firewood from the forest to sell in the market. Sometimes rich women in the village would call her, "Amanda, come and wash these clothes." And when she finished washing one mountain of clothes, they would pay her something that could barely buy 2 cups of garri. My people, poverty in that village was not joking, But the real problem was Glory's education. Glory was preparing to write WAEC. That exam fee alone was enough to make Amanda's head hot like pepper soup. Every night, Amanda would sit outside their small mud house counting the little money she had saved. One night, she counted again. 100 naira, 200 naira, 300 naira. She sighed deeply. Chai, this money cannot even register one subject. Inside the house, Glory was studying with a lantern. That girl loved books like fish loves water. One evening, Glory came outside and sat beside her sister. "Sister Amanda." "Yes?" If I cannot write WAEC this year, it's okay, I can wait." Amanda immediately turned to her. "Wait for what? You want to become old woman before writing exam?" The girl laughed small. "I just don't want you to stress yourself too much." Amanda shook her head. "Oh yeah, stop that talk. You must write that exam. After WAEC, you will go to university." Glory's eyes widened. "University?" "Yes, now. Did Mama not say you will go to school?" Glory smiled shyly. But after the girl went inside to continue reading, Amanda remained outside alone. The smile slowly disappeared from her face. She looked up at the dark sky. "My God, how will I do this one?" Because no matter how hard she worked, the money was never enough, and the WAEC deadline was getting closer like a landlord coming to collect rent. The next morning, Amanda carried her rope and cutlass and headed towards the deep forest to gather firewood again. She did not know that that one ordinary firewood journey was about to change her life forever. Because somewhere inside that forest, something shiny was waiting for her eyes, And that thing would soon put Amanda in a kind of trouble that even village elders would not know how to explain. But calm down first. Let us not run ahead of the story like goats that saw fresh cassava. The real wahala was only just beginning.
Now, my people, remember when I said trouble was waiting inside that forest? That was the day Amanda's eyes saw something that made her brain start doing multiplication and division like calculator wey drink coffee. That afternoon, the sun was hot and Amanda was dragging a bundle of firewood through the forest. Sweat was pouring from her head. "Chai, this life no balance at all," she muttered. As she was passing near one quiet part of the forest, she suddenly noticed something shining through the trees. Not small shining, no, bright shining. Amanda frowned. "Wetin be that?" She pushed aside some branches and stepped closer. And there it was, the village shrine. Now, everybody in that village knew that place very well. Children were warned from small. Don't play near that shrine, oh, the gods are watching. Inside the small shrine house stood the thing every villager respected, the golden idol. My people, when I say golden, I mean gold, not that fake market jewelry. This one was shining like somebody poured sunlight on it. The statue was about the size of a newborn baby, but completely made of pure gold. Even in the dim shrine, it glowed like it was alive. This was the idol the villagers worshipped. They believed it brought good harvest, rain, and wealth to the land. People brought goats, chickens, and palm wine there as sacrifices. But as Amanda stared at it that afternoon, her mind suddenly started racing. Wait first. She looked around. Nobody. Forest quiet like exam hall. She stepped closer. The idol was even more beautiful up close. Her heart began beating fast. Chai, if person carry this thing go city, eh? Her mind began calculating immediately. Gold, real gold. If she sold it in Lagos, she could make millions. Millions. Amanda swallowed hard. My sister will go to university. Then another thought entered. We will leave this suffering village. Then another thought followed immediately. I can even buy a house, maybe small car. She quickly shook her head. Amanda, behave yourself. This one na village god. She grabbed her firewood and hurried away. But my people, that night, Amanda did not sleep well. As she lay on the mat, that golden idol kept shining inside her head like someone switched on torchlight in her brain. She turned left, turned right, still thinking. It's just one idol. The villagers have many blessings already. My sister needs school. Little by little, the idea began sounding less like stealing and more like opportunity. 3 nights later, Amanda made a decision. And once that decision entered her head, there was no turning back. The next evening, she quietly walked back into the forest. The sun was already setting. Birds were returning to their nests. She reached the shrine. Her heart was beating like drum at village festival. Maybe I should leave it. But then she remembered Glory, her sister studying every night under that small lantern. Amanda clenched her jaw. I must do this. She stepped inside the shrine and lifted the idol. My people, the moment her fingers touched it, a strange cold breeze passed through the shrine. Amanda froze. For a moment, she thought she heard a faint whisper, like someone saying something she couldn't understand. She quickly looked around. Nobody. Forest silent again. I beg Joe, now my mind they play game. She wrapped the idol inside her wrapper and stuffed it deep inside a nylon sack. The idol was heavy, but Amanda forced herself to carry it. Her legs were shaking as she walked back to the village. That night, she did not keep the idol inside the house. She was not that careless. Amanda went behind their hut and buried it inside the ground, wrapping it tightly inside an old cloth. The next morning, the whole village woke up to wahala. The chief priest ran through the village shouting, "The golden idol is gone!" People gathered quickly. What? Who could steal it? The chief ordered the whole village to be searched. Houses were checked, compounds inspected. But Amanda stood there quietly with the rest of the villagers, pretending to be shocked like everybody else. Meanwhile, the idol was buried safely behind her house. After 3 days of searching, the villagers became tired. Some believed strangers must have taken it. Others feared the gods were angry. Amanda said nothing. 2 weeks later, when Glory finished writing her WAEC exam, Amanda packed their small belongings. Glory looked confused. "Sister Amanda, where are we going?" Amanda smiled. "To the city." "The city?" "Yes now, Lagos." Glory blinked. "But why?" Amanda adjusted the bag on her shoulder. "My sister, nothing for us in this village again. We go hustle for Lagos." Honestly, nobody questioned her. Everybody in the village already knew Amanda had suffered too much. Some even encouraged her. "Go and try your luck in the city. Who knows, you might make it big." If only they knew the secret inside Amanda's bag. Because hidden beneath clothes and wrappers, wrapped carefully inside thick cloth, was the golden idol of the village shrine. 2 days later, Amanda and Glory arrived in Lagos. Now, Lagos, that city no dey sleep. Cars everywhere, noise everywhere, people moving like ants. But Amanda had already heard of a man who dealt in rare antiques, a white foreign collector who loved buying old African artifacts. Through one street trader, she finally got a connection, and when the white man saw the idol, his eyes nearly jumped out of his head. This is real gold. He offered Amanda a shocking amount of money. Money Amanda had never seen in her entire life. Now, my people, this is where the story started becoming sweet and somehow very, very scary. After Amanda sold the golden idol to that white collector in Lagos, the man transferred money that made Amanda almost faint. When she saw the amount on the phone screen, she shouted, Jesus Christ, Glory, come here. Glory ran from the other room. What happened? Amanda was laughing like someone that just won Big Brother. See money. Glory looked at the phone and froze. Sister, is this real? Amanda was shaking her head in disbelief. My sister, suffering don't finish. The next day, Amanda carried Glory to one big shopping mall in Lagos. My people, Glory had never seen that kind of place before. Escalators moving, lights everywhere, fine clothes shining like Christmas. Glory whispered, Sister Amanda, are we allowed to enter here? Amanda laughed. Allowed, my sister, today we are customers. Inside one boutique, Amanda picked a beautiful dress and looked at the price. Before, she would normally faint at that price, but this time she just waved her hand. Oh yeah, pack it. The sales girl blinked. Madam, you want this one? Amanda flipped her hair small. Yes now, pack that one and that one too. Glory stood there staring. Sister, are you serious? Amanda smiled proudly. Now so life supposed be. Later that evening, as they drove home in a ride service car, Amanda leaned back, smiling. She stretched her legs and said with satisfaction, So, this is my life now? Glory looked at her again. But sister, how did we suddenly get this kind of money? Amanda paused for a moment. She had already prepared the answer. My sister, remember that betting ticket I used to play small? Glory nodded. Yes. Amanda snapped her fingers. I won jackpot. Glory gasped. Jackpot? Yes, so big one. Glory covered her mouth. My God. Amanda laughed loudly. You see why I say suffering don't finish? Glory hugged her tightly. Sister, thank you.
Within a few weeks, Amanda rented a beautiful apartment in Lagos. She bought new clothes, expensive perfumes, even a small fine car. And one evening, she told Glory, "My sister, prepare yourself. You will write JAMB this year." Glory jumped with excitement. "Really?" "Yes, now you will go to a good university." Glory hugged her again. But deep inside, something small was bothering her. One night, she asked again, "Sister Amanda, are you sure the money is clean?" Amanda forced a laugh. "My sister, relax, Joe. Do you want to return the blessing?" Glory quickly shook her head. No. Life continued. Glory entered the university. Amanda, meanwhile, began enjoying Lagos life. Clubs, parties, meeting rich people, living large. But my people, that was when the torment started.
The first one came in a dream. Amanda was sleeping one night when suddenly she saw the golden idol in front of her. The idol was standing inside her room. Slowly, it began melting. Gold was dripping down like hot candle wax. And inside the melting gold, she saw a human face screaming. Amanda woke up with a loud scream. Glory ran into her room. "Sister, what happened?" Amanda was breathing heavily. "Nothing, bad dream." But the dreams continued. Sometimes she saw the idol watching her. Sometimes she saw it bleeding molten gold. Sometimes the idol would whisper something she couldn't understand. Then the strange things began happening in real life. One afternoon at the supermarket, Amanda suddenly heard a metallic scraping sound. Grrr. She turned quickly. Nothing. But when she looked at a mirror display, for 1 second, she saw the golden idol standing behind her reflection. Amanda screamed. Customers turned to look, but when she turned back, nothing was there. Another day, she was driving her new car, enjoying music. Suddenly, the radio began making a strange sound. Krrr, krrr. Then, a faint whisper came through the speakers. A cold voice. "You belong to the shrine." Amanda almost lost control of the car. She switched off the radio immediately. Her heart was beating fast. It's nothing. But the worst torment came one night at a club. Music was loud, lights flashing. Amanda was dancing and laughing with some rich friends. Then, suddenly, she noticed something strange. Everybody in the club stopped moving, like statues. And in the middle of the dance floor, she saw the golden idol standing there, watching her. Amanda screamed loudly, "Ah!" The music was still playing. People were still dancing. Nothing had changed, but Amanda's hands were shaking because deep inside her heart, she was beginning to realize something terrifying. The idol might be gone, but whatever lived inside it had followed her to Lagos. My people, remember when I said Lagos life was sweet for Amanda? Sweet on the outside, but inside, something dark had already started following her. At first, it was only the strange dreams. But one morning, Amanda woke up and noticed something odd on her finger. A small shiny patch. She rubbed it. Wetin be this? The shine did not disappear. She went to the bathroom and scrubbed it with soap. Still there. Maybe na body cream, she muttered. But 2 days later, another shiny spot appeared on her wrist. Then another on her neck. Not bright gold though, just a faint metallic shine like someone rubbed gold dust on her skin. Amanda began covering those spots with long sleeves, but the real problem was the torment. One afternoon, Amanda went back to the white collector's office. The man looked uncomfortable the moment he saw her. "You again?" Amanda forced a smile. "I just came to ask about the statue." The white man shook his head quickly. "That thing is cursed." Amanda's heart skipped. "What do you mean?" The man leaned closer and lowered his voice. "I tried to melt the gold." Amanda's eyes widened. It refused? He continued. My machines could not melt it. At night, I heard strange sounds coming from it. Amanda's throat went dry. What kind of sounds? The man looked disturbed, like someone whispering from inside the metal. Amanda felt a cold chill crawl up her spine. So, where is it now? I sold it. Amanda blinked. You sold it? Yes, to another private collector. That meant one thing. The idol was gone. Far away. Impossible to return. Amanda left the building with shaking legs. That night, the torment became worse. She had the most terrifying dream of her life. She was standing inside the village shrine. The golden idol was there. But this time, it was breathing. Slowly, the gold began melting, dripping down like hot wax. And inside the melting gold, a human figure began pushing out, screaming, its skin covered in burning gold. The creature looked straight at Amanda and shouted with a deep, metallic voice, "You took my place." Amanda woke up screaming, "Ah!" Glory ran into her room. "Sister, what happened?" Amanda was breathing heavily. "Nothing, bad dream." But Glory frowned, and as Amanda got out of bed, Glory suddenly grabbed her arm. "Sister, wait!" Amanda froze. Glory stared at her skin. "Sister, why is your arm shining like this?" Amanda quickly pulled her hand away. "Ah, it's just cream." But Glory was not convinced. In the following days, she noticed more strange things. Amanda sometimes woke up in the night whispering in her sleep. Sometimes she stared at mirrors for long minutes. Sometimes she scratched her skin nervously. Then one evening, something terrifying happened. Amanda was driving home. Traffic was heavy. Suddenly, she heard a metallic sound inside the car. Grrr. She turned to the dashboard. For a moment, she saw the reflection of the golden idol sitting in the passenger seat. Amanda screamed and slammed the brake. Cars behind her started honking. "Madam, move your car." But when she turned, the seat was empty.
That night, the worst torment came. Amanda woke up suddenly. Her room was dark, but she heard something. A slow scraping sound. Krrr, krrr. She sat up. Her eyes slowly moved to the corner of the room. And my people, she froze. Standing quietly in the darkness was the golden idol, watching her. Amanda screamed so loudly, the neighbors almost broke the door. When they rushed in, the room was empty. No statue, nothing. But Amanda knew what she saw. And deep inside her heart, she began to fear something terrible. Because the idol she stole from the shrine was not finished with her yet. My people, after all those strange torments, Amanda's body finally gave up. One morning, Glory woke up and saw her sister shivering on the bed. "Amanda, sister!" Amanda could barely move. Her skin was covered with angry red rashes from head to toe. Not small rash, the kind that looked like something was burning under the skin. Glory quickly brought cream and began rubbing it gently. "Maybe it's allergy, it will clear." But instead of clearing, the rashes became worse. Amanda groaned in pain. "Glory, my body is burning." Her sister panicked. Within hours, Amanda became so weak she could barely sit up. Glory rushed her to the hospital. Doctors ran tests, blood tests, scan, everything. But after hours of checking, the doctor shook his head. "This is strange." Glory looked confused. "What do you mean?" The doctor sighed. "Honestly, I think this is beyond hospital treatment." Glory blinked. "Beyond hospital?" The doctor nodded slowly. "You may need to seek other solutions." My people, when they left the hospital that evening, Glory was already crying. Back at the house, she knelt beside Amanda's bed. "Sister, please tell me the truth." Amanda closed her eyes. Tears rolled down her cheeks. Finally, she confessed everything. How she stole the golden idol,
how she sold it, how the money came. Glory stared at her in shock. Sister Amanda, why would you do something like that? Amanda began crying. I wanted to help you. I wanted you to go to school. Glory shook her head. That idol was sacred. It protects the village. She grabbed Amanda's hand. You must go back and confess. The gods may forgive you. At first, Amanda refused. Go back? After what I did? But the sickness became worse. Her body began stiffening. Her skin sometimes shined faintly like metal. Finally, Amanda whispered weakly, Take me home. So Glory carried her back to the village. But my people, the village they returned to was not the same. The farms were dry. People looked hungry. Children were weak. Since the golden idol disappeared, nothing had gone right. When the villagers saw Amanda being carried into the village square, whispers started spreading. Isn't that Amanda? What happened to her? Amanda gathered the little strength she had left and crawled before the village elders. My fathers, forgive me. The whole place became silent. I was the one who stole the golden idol. Gasps spread through the crowd. So it was you wicked girl. Women came out of their huts. Men gathered angrily. One man shouted, You think you are the only one suffering from poverty? Another woman cried, My children have not eaten today because the farms are dry. Another voice shouted, I have not eaten for 3 days. You have destroyed this village. Glory fell on her knees begging, Please forgive my sister. Poverty pushed her. But the elders looked grave. The chief priest was summoned.
When he arrived, he listened quietly to everything. Then he spoke slowly. The gods are angry. Fear spread across the village. The chief priest continued. The golden idol that protected this village is gone. He raised his staff. And the gods demand that another golden idol must be reborn. The villagers became silent. Amanda began crying. Please, forgive me. I want to live. But the chief priest shook his head. The gods have chosen. You must take the place of the idol you stole. Glory screamed, No, please, she is all I have. But the rules of the shrine were strict. That evening, the village youths carried Amanda to the shrine. The whole village followed behind. The chief priest began chanting powerful incantations. The wind inside the shrine began to blow strangely. Amanda's body trembled. Her skin began to glow faintly. Then, slowly, her arms became stiff. Her legs hardened. Her crying voice slowly turned silent. Little by little, Amanda's entire body turned solid gold until finally, where Amanda once stood, a new golden idol stood in the shrine. The villagers fell silent. The chief priest placed the statue in the sacred place where the old idol once stood. Immediately, the wind calmed. That very night, rain began to fall. In the following days, the farms began producing crops again. Peace slowly returned to the village. But Glory stood before the shrine one last time, tears rolling down her face, because the idol the villagers now worshipped was once her sister. From that day forward, the villagers brought goats, chickens, and cows as sacrifices to the new golden idol. But whenever Glory passed the shrine, she always bowed her head quietly because she knew the truth. And the village never forgot the lesson Amanda's fate taught them. Greed may promise quick riches, but sometimes the price it demands is far greater than anyone can ever pay.
My correct people, thank you for staying with me till the very end of this story. You people are the real MVPs, the kind viewers every storyteller is praying for. I truly appreciate every one of you for watching. Now, make I ask you one very important question from this story. If you were in Amanda's position, poor, struggling, and desperate to help your family, would you have taken the golden idol from the shrine? Be honest though, no judging here. Drop your answer in the comment section. I really want to see what you think. And if this story made you think, laugh small, or even shake your head and say, "Chai," please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. You can also tell me where you are watching from, because I love seeing my people from different parts of the world. And I beg, don't keep this story to yourself like secret family recipe. Share it with your friends so they can enjoy the gist too. Until the next story, take care of yourself, and remember, sometimes the shortcut to riches can lead to the longest trouble. See you in the next tale.